Chicken Shawarma. Man, these are tasty. We're making homemade naan bread to go with it. Start off with our mixer, 2¼ cups of flour, half a cup of plain unflavored Greek yogurt. We'll put in a little dash of salt. And then we've got a half a cup of warm water that's been sitting there with our yeast fermenting. That's going in next. And then we're going to fire up the mixer. Lock it down, turn it on setting 1, let it start to work. Then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of good olive oil. And we're going to let this go for about 10 minutes until it starts to ball. Once it's in a nice ball, we're going to remove it. And we're going to work it with our hands for another 3 or 4 minutes. Get it nice and smooth. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put it into a bowl wrapped with cellophane and a towel, and we'll put it in our oven that is on proof, which is 80 degrees, and we'll leave that alone for 1 hour to rise. And while that's working, we're going to move to our sauce. Equal parts mayonnaise, equal parts yogurt, the same Greek non-flavored yogurt. Then we're going to add maybe about a teaspoon of parsley, teaspoon of salt and pepper, and a teaspoon of dill. Alright, now we're going to just give a splash of lemon juice, probably equal to the amount of 1/2 of fresh lemon, if you have it. And we'll give this a nice mix. Once we get that nice and mixed, we're going to add about 2 cloves of our garlic paste and give it another good mix. And we have our sauce for our sandwiches. Next, we've got chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we're hitting with shawarma seasoning. I didn't make the seasoning from scratch. I just bought the pre-made from the spice rack shawarma seasoning. Works great. Let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll flip it over and we'll season it up again. Both sides real good. And once we got the chicken nice and seasoned, we're going to get a Ziploc bag. We're going to put the pieces of chicken in the Ziploc bag, and we'll add a few tablespoons of good olive oil. And then we're going to add another couple of good tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And we'll close this bag up nice and tight, mix it up real good, and let it sit in the fridge for at least an hour, longer if you can. This is a good time to remind you to please subscribe, like, and share the channel, and hit that bell so you stay up to date to new recipes. And I hope you share this with all your friends and family. Help the channel grow. Alright, get that all mixed up nice. And like I said, that's going to go in the fridge. The longer, the better. Now, while that's in the fridge, our dough has risen. We're going to roll that out into a log. And then we're going to cut it in half. And then each piece in half again. And then those pieces in half. That's going to give us 8 nice pieces of bread. Now, I'm not an expert when it comes to rolling these things out round. I do the best I can. Unless you do this a lot, it's pretty difficult. But it doesn't matter as long as you have a nice piece of bread that you can get the chicken and the cucumbers and everything into and hold like a taco. You're going to be good to go. So don't worry about it getting it perfect, because I know I can't. I do my best. So anyways, you want to use a rolling pin. Make sure everything's nice and floured good so nothing sticks. And like I said, do your best to get some kind of circle. And once you get it somewhat to a round shape. You're going to put it into a non-stick frying pan on medium heat. And these things cook pretty fast. So once you get it in there, you're going to start to see a bubble. As soon as it starts to bubble, you're going to flip it over. You see those bubbles coming up, you know you're almost ready to flip. That's about right where you want it. And you can push those air bubbles down if you like. And go a few minutes on the other side. Put it on your plate. And then I hit it with a little bit of melted butter. Just for a little, help keep it soft and a little flavor. And we'll cook the rest of those up. And while those are going, we got the grill nice and hot. And we're going to put our chicken on that grill. We're going to do about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. Then I'll move it to the top rack for another 4 or 5 minutes and let that cook. And then I take it, chop up the chicken nice. I've got some cucumbers and red onions and some tomato slices as well. So we'll assemble by putting our bread down, spread our sauce, put our chicken on, our cucumbers and onions on. Then we're going to put our tomatoes on. And we're going to roll it up and serve. I hope you like this recipe. It is a very tasty dish. You're really going to enjoy it. Give it a try. Remember to come back for more recipes. And I really appreciate you watching. Thank you and have a great day.